Babidi-boopidi.
Bibbidi-bobbidi-boopidi.
Babidi-babidi-boopidi.
¿Qué cosa?
¿Qué cosa?
Bibbidi-bobbidi-boopidi-boopidi.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Hey.
Whoa. It's an earthquake. Whoa. Oh, there's a giant wind typhoon coming.
Where's my phone? There it is. Tornado.
Oh, there's a cow. It's a wicked witch. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa. We're crashing down. Oh, it's beautiful and there's color outside. We're not in Kansas anymore, Caesar.
We were in Kansas?
For a minute.
We were?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It was nice. We had beautiful Kansas mountains and the Kansas River and the Kansas Shopping Center. All staples of the Kansas environment that we were once in. But now not anymore because we're not in Kansas. We're not in it. No, we're not.
Whoa.
We're
It's
here.
hot.
Yeah, it's very hot.
We're here and we are queer.
Get used to it, fuckers. You fucking accusers. Have you seen that video? That one white lady in Walmart or whatever?
What?
That one white lady in Walmart. She's talking to a guy and she's telling him, I'm trying to fucking save you, man. You're going to hell, man. I'm trying to save you, you fucking accuser.
I have not seen that.
It's a good video. It's funny. You know, it's one of those Walmart freakout videos that there's infinitely more of every single day because people will just be popping off in Walmart.
Stu, play that video right now.
Sorry, but I don't need your help.
Yes, you do, motherfucker. You do need my help, sir. Can't you see that, you son of a bitch?
Could you please just let me check out my groceries?
Fuck you, I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
Wow, this is...
You gotta ask Jesus Christ to
I don't have to do anything.
We're all sinners.
Okay.
He's not gonna force you to do it.
You're sinning right now.
No, I'm not, motherfucker. You fucking accuser. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking accuser. You motherfucking accuser.
You fucking accuser. It's a good video.
I bet. Make sure you send that to him.
Definitely.
What's
What's your favorite? I can find it very easily.
Cool,
it's a very popular and wide known thing.
So what were you gonna say?
Oh, what's one of your favorite one of those like cringe fucking freak out videos like that where just someone's yelling just crazy or dumb shit in public?
That's a good question. I'd have to think about that. I don't know.
There's too many to count.
No, it's just I don't think I see videos like that too much myself. The videos that I usually see are like Karens.
Oh yeah, well that's kind of the same in the same vein.
Kind of the same realm. I guess I'll talk about one of those. There was this one where this one guy was just obviously minding his own business. So, you know, like how there are some roads that connect to houses like up in the mountains that have a little side thing that you can park on and see like the view of the city.
Oh yeah, it's like a little like outcropping. Yeah.
So he parked there in reverse and like he just took the
reverse like his car facing towards the road so he could pull
like
out
the trunk,
and just go.
like the trunk facing the city and stuff.
Okay. So you can like sit in there and look at it.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay,
he opened his trunk and he had like one of those portable grill top things.
Oh yeah.
And he was making lobster rolls.
Ooh.
He was just cooking them for a video because I guess it was a nice area there where he was.
Yeah.
So he was cooking these lobster tails, and this lady comes up to him. At first, she was actually really chill. She's like, "What are you doing?" He's just like, "Oh," he was just explaining the process, what he's doing to make this lobster. And he's just making like all these lobster rolls. He had like 12,
Jeez.
and he was making more. He was just making lobster rolls just because, and they looked really good.
I can
and
go
then
for
she was
lobster
just
roll
like,
right now.
she was just looking at him for a good minute, just enjoying everything, and she's like, "You know, you really can't be doing this in this residential area." He's like, "But I'm not doing anything. I'm not hurting anyone." And she's like, "Well, you're kind of annoying and bothering the people who live here and shit." And he's like, "How? No one's saying anything. There's no
one
out
saying
here."
anything is you cunt.
Yeah, exactly. And then she just starts getting fucking mad at him for no reason. And like they start arguing for a bit. And then right as she leaves,
he smacks like a lobster roll.
She knocks all of them down.
Damn,
like
bitch.
all
Yeah.
12 he had made. He only was able to save like a few. And he's like, "Come on, what the fuck?" And then she just starts running because she thought he was going to beat on him or something.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Really?" And he just kept recording her as she was like running away. And there's another one that I saw of like, I guess this guy was in like you know how like in very rural areas have like a bunch of open land or like a farm space that people can drive on and stuff. So this guy was like on an ATV and he was just driving and he went into this one gated area just to drive around a bit because he's just like doing like a vlog or something.
Mhm.
And this lady that was just walking by locks him in this gated place that he was at. It's not even her place, but the lock was there. And so she just locked him in there. And he pulls up to her. He's like, hey, what are you doing? I can't fucking get out. And she's like, that's what you get for making all that noise and then infecting the air that I breathe with those fumes from that fucking thing you're driving. And he was just like, what the fuck? And he was getting so... Obviously, he was getting so mad.
Yeah.
Because she was making really dumb excuses. So he climbed over the fence. And she just starts running.
Yeah.
Like, legit. And then as he gets onto the other side, he's like, unlock this. She's like, no! And then she's just, like, screaming like she's going to be raped or something. And he's like, how the fuck do I get out of here? So he climbed back over, and he was just driving around for a bit. But I guess the owner of the land saw what happened and unlocked it for her.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so... I don't see how some fucking people think like that's okay to do to someone just because it's pissing them off. Like they have this higher power to control something because they don't like what's going on.
Yeah.
And they're just like, I'm gonna do this because fuck you, that's bothering me. I'm the usurper of fucking everything that's going on.
Yeah, they're just dumb, and they're just on a power trip, and they just think they can just do what they want. They're just dumb people.
White people.
Yeah, most of the time, because white
Yeah.
people on average are more privileged and just think that they should just have things the way they want it. Because if something inconveniences them, that's an ideal to strive for, like in your life, But in a sense, you want to be able to just live your life, doing things you want to do, living your best life. It's like But it gets to a point where it's like, if you're kind of if in pursuit of that you're infringing on other people's rights and freedoms and fun and shit, then you're just kind of an asshole at that point. Like if you say it's like, oh, it's so much noise, it's like, well, that's fuck you, just go somewhere else.
Are an asshole.
Exactly.
He's kind of an asshole.
And
They are.
And it's like, you're polluting the air with that. It's like, well, you don't have to be near it, and it's not like he's blasting it right in your face. And anyways, if you can go talk to fucking someone else, that's one ATV amongst whatever the fuck. I know that's a dumb argument because it's like, well, if everyone do whatever, but that's also a stupid argument. The point is, just don't be an asshole about it. Just go somewhere else. Leave. Keep it to yourself. Don't do stupid shit like lock them in there. What's that gonna do? It's not your property. So first of all, it's not your property. So you have no reason to be doing that anyways because it's not fucking yours. And what do you think's gonna happen? You guys just gonna come and unlock it anyways because it's not your property and you can't decide what happens there. And then, like you said, they run away because they think they're going to get attacked. Because in their head, they know they're being retarded. That's why someone would want to attack them because they're doing stupid shit.
I would. No, yeah. I'd beat the shit out of someone that did that to me.
Because in their mind, that's the only rational response to what they're doing. But it's like if you know the potential is that you could someone. Like, and you're saying these are women too, because it's like, what if this guy's just like a rapist? What if he just decides to rape you? What if that guy cooking lobster rolls, he was like, I went to prison for 25 years because I raped a woman, and I have these really bad anger tendencies. You know what? To focus this aggression, unbridled rage I have in me, I'm going to go out to this nice overlook, cook some nice lobster rolls, just really real nice, fresh, and just have a nice video just to show people that I'm having a good time, And then she comes along, and it's like, oh well. I guess I'm gonna have to rape and murder you now, lady. I was trying to rebuild myself as a person, but just seeing your existence as a blight on humanity, I there's nothing I can do but just rape and murder you.
Well, I don't know about that. Maybe
hypothetically.
Yeah, hypothetically. Yeah, he forgot to say hypothetically. Yeah. I don't think any.
But the point is, a lot of these people don't realize that they're being crazy. The person they're being crazy to could be legitimately crazy and just be like, oh well, I have this knife. I'm just gonna plunge it into your throat because you're annoying me. What if that guy on the ATV, she was like, oh, you're annoying me and polluting the air and this noise. He's like, well, you're annoying me. She unsheaths machete, chops her in half. Yeah.
The hypothetical.
Yeah, I'm just saying. The amount of assholeness that you're displaying, someone else can display infinitely more.
Yeah, I hate assholes in general.
Yeah, they're just annoying people, and
sometimes I am, but
we try not to be. We try to be self-conscious of it and not do dumb shit,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And that's the thing with these fucking people, though. They know that a lot of people are just gonna be calm and rational and just not want to deal with their bullshit. So that just gives them more freedom to go on about their dumb ways and just continue being a nuisance and a pain in the ass to everyone.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
How we've been talking about how some people think they can do whatever they want just because it's bothering them. There's a lot of fucking people who are like that, who are ignorant towards a lot of things and don't consider other people's feelings. But that's just one of the faults of humans, you know.
Yeah, we need another plague. We got to get rid of. COVID didn't get rid of enough people. We got to get rid of a few more.
Oh, well, I mean, it got rid of a lot of people.
It's not the right ones. It's certainly not enough.
I mean, but you know, you shouldn't wish for something like that upon people. Though, you know, unless I
wish for a lot of bad things on people.
Well, I mean, I think you need to get some help.
Yeah, probably. But you know,
me too. But it's okay.
It's easy and fun to just be like, I wish you would just die.
And guess how you can get help? With BetterHelp, the best online therapy that you can ask for. This isn't a sponsor, but I've been thinking of doing it. Legit, because I hear it on Joe Rogan all the time.
Yeah, there's a lot of places with sponsors and shit for it, so try it out, you know. I think about it too, but yeah.
I think it would help.
Yeah.
I think so.
Possibly.
Not possibly. Yes.
Well, it's because there's a thing, there was a different service before that, and it was another online psychiatrist and help thing, and it was just really shitty people who weren't qualified, and he would just give bad advice, so it just wasn't a good thing. I remember like Shane Dawson would advertise it when it was first coming out, and some other people, you know.
Oh, that's gross.
It's
better now.
Yeah. You just gotta take it with a grain of salt.
It's in the title. BetterHelp.
Go to our real sponsor, Best Help. They'll give you the real answers to life that you need. Going through divorce, go to Best Help. They'll help you settle that shit. Get you tons of money. You signed a prenup? Nah, fuck it. You were drunk when you signed it. Best Help will get you out of your unfair prenuptial agreements in order to get you more assets at the end of this divorce.
If a bitch ever bought that up to me, but I'd sign that.
Well, some of the prenups are good. So early on, you decide, it's like, okay, if we do get divorced, I know what I'm going to get, and you know what you're going to get, and you can kind of figure it out.
Yeah, but hopefully,
doing it at the end,
but marriages should be something that you actually consider for a while, and it's a person that you know won't fuck you over. You know that you two actually care about each other, and it does go to a point where things do get bad. You're like, you know, be adult about it. Don't be an asshole about it. Well, that's just one of the things that, you know, people should take into consideration when they marry someone. Like, hey, is this person worth it? You know, because if it's not, if you just rush into it, it's not good. It's not gonna be good for anyone.
Bad all around.
Do you think you'll ever get married?
I don't fucking know. Probably not.
Well, why do you say that?
Not for lack of not wanting to, just because I don't know.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. I don't have the best success and luck with women, you know. So
but that's a lot of people though.
Yeah, true. I'm not really too focused on it anyway. So, but, you know, it could happen. I don't know. Possible.
I'm
maybe in like 20 years or something. 30, 10, 15, 20 years.
You never know. Well, because you just never know who will come in your life, you know. Yeah. So I always think of it, because I'm just pretty relaxed about anything. I think if it comes to that point, when I do find a partner that just like sticks, you know, like glue, then I would lean more towards what she would want to do, and I think about it like if she wanted to get married, sure, but I wouldn't want a big wedding. I don't want to deal with all that shit. But being as I am Mexican, I know it'd be a big deal. But I wouldn't want. I'm not gonna throw a big ass fucking party. I don't want to have a fucking dance or anything like. Fuck. Yeah, I'm just saying.
What the ideal thing to do would be go get a quickie wedding in Vegas and then have just like a small celebration with your friends and close family and shit. So it's not. No,
I want to get a quick wedding.
Like maybe just like a small one that's like more private. Yeah. You know, but yeah, it's not a big grandiose.
But like I said, if it came to her, like I want a big party.
It's like, well, we're gonna have to make some compromises, bitch.
Well, I mean, you know, if her family got money and they pay for it, all right, I guess.
Tradition, bride's family's got to pay for the fucking wedding, bitch. Hey, it's not me, it's society.
But even then, I don't want to like fucking something big. But compromise would be a good thing too.
Definitely, yeah.
So yeah, I don't know, maybe. If I wouldn't mind having like a girlfriend either who just like hangs around with her, we just don't get married. That'd be fine too.
Yeah, you get that common law marriage. I think California has that.
Not too bad.
A few other places.
Would you have kids?
Fucking probably not. Nah,
probably not.
I'm gonna bring more fucking leeches into this world.
What if she wanted kids?
I'd say, we can go adopt some because they're already there.
But what if she didn't want to adopt?
Well, then I don't fucking know. Convince me, bitch.
What if she leaves you?
Well, just then fuck her.
Yeah, that's
she wasn't worth keeping anyways.
After 10 years, I want kids. No, all right, fuck
you. Well, I'd say, let's think about it. You know, there's a lot of children in adoption agencies and orphanages who need families. You know, and
what are you gonna adopt some Asian European kids?
I'm gonna be the next Angelina Jolie. I'm gonna have 5 different kids. And they're all gonna be different nationalities and have different psychological disorders.
Do you remember when Angelina Jolie came out in like the early 2000s as an actress?
Not really, no.
Dude, she's so...
It's kind of when I was a child.
No, dude, I remember... Early 2000s. I remember vividly, and I knew at that moment I would see her in movies and stuff, like back in the early 2000s, she's fucking hot. She's still hot. She was beautiful. I can't remember what this movie was. But it was a movie where she had like a whole naked scene in it, but she was just walking back, so all you saw was her ass and her back. And like, and she turned a little bit, so you saw some side boob. I'm just saying, man. Like at that point, and at that moment, I think I knew when I was a young boy. I'm like, I knew at that moment, like, I love women. At that point, I just knew it.
I want to be deep in that gash.
Dude, yeah, I'm saying, man, she's fucking beautiful, nice butt. I was just like,
I've always had celebrity face blindness. Less so now, because I'm an adult, and I can recognize and remember things more clearly, and it's more of a pop culture thing, and I'm more immersed in culture and shit, you know. But for the longest time, I just wouldn't know who celebrities and shit were, because I wouldn't know their names or whatever.
Yeah, but I think that's just something that you build over time, you know. Memes and obviously say a lot of things about celebrities. Videos that you see, it's just something that people are more aware of now, celebrities.
Yeah. Which kind of sucks, because, you know, a lot of them shouldn't be celebrities. Like the Kardashians. They don't do anything. Well, they when they started, they didn't do anything, and for a long time they didn't do anything. They just have a TV show and they're rich. But now they have their makeup.
Well, luck has a thing to do into it too, you
yeah.
know. So it's not just about being talented or having money. It's also luck, you know. Because you can say a lot of things about musicians. You know, a lot of the musicians that you hear that are famous and bands and stuff that you hear, you know, they have a lot of talent, and you know they worked hard, and it was a little bit of luck for the people that they met, you know. Because there's a lot of people who are talented. Well, you don't know jack shit about them because, like, even though they're talented or they do a lot of things, it's just, if they're not lucky, then it just happens that you're not lucky, you know? You could be the most talented fucker ever, but if you just have shit luck when it comes to things like that, then, you know.
And you also gotta want it. You gotta want it hard enough. You gotta believe in the dream.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta do something at least, you know? Don't just, like, sit on it for, like, ever and not do anything about it. You know?
If it's something you really want, you'll find a way to do it. If you don't, then you gotta come to terms with yourself and say, well, did I really want it in the first place anyways?
Yeah, just regroup, you know?
Exactly. That's this thing I wrote down earlier when I was high. I wrote down, dreams are the foundation from which life springs.
Beautiful. Are you gonna get that tattooed on your collarbone?
No, I'm gonna get a tramp stamp, put that on it while I'm getting fucked in the ass. That's what the person's reading. Like, damn, I guess this is a dream they made come true.
Hey, you do you, boo. You do you.
I will. You know who else is doing them?
Why?
This guy Jesse Cole.
Who's that?
He's so first of all, you know baseball, right? The international pastime. You know the rules of baseball and shit and how it works.
For the most part, I believe.
Well, what if someone said, "Hey, let me make my own version of baseball with more fun rules"?
All right.
That's what Jesse Cole did, basically. Jesse Cole's the owner of a couple baseball teams. One of them is called the Savannah Bananas, and another one is called the Party Animals.
Okay.
And for a while they had this baseball league, and they'd only play each other. It was two teams. They would just play each other and go around different places and only play each other.
Really?
Because he took baseball and just made it more fun and added different fucking rules to it to make it more exciting and fun. So like when someone gets a walk to a first base or walk to any base, whatever, they can run it. And they can run to as many bases as they want and get wherever. But the opposing team can get them out, but they have to throw the ball to every single player on the field before they touch the person that gets you out.
Oh, God.
So, so that was a lot of strategy. It's like, do I just run to first base and wait there? Or do I try to make it to second or third and see if I can get there faster than they can throw the ball? There was another clip I saw of the pitcher on his team who were out in the outfield and shit. He was about to pitch, and the song came on, and they all just start dancing and doing like the same synchronized dance or whatever. It was this other guy who was a pitcher, or he was a batter, and he comes up the bat, and he lines up a stance, he gets ready, and he does the splits. And he splits, and he's all the way down ready to bat, doing a full split on the ground.
Oh, God.
And that lowers his strike zone. So the guy's throwing the ball above him, and that's a ball, bro. You're not in his hit zone, you're not in his strike zone, so he's throwing balls. He does that 4 times, he gets walked, he's got to fucking run there before they throw all the balls to all the players and get it. It's just a really fun thing, and
that's like comedy baseball.
Exactly, it brings about the idea of like taking these games and just making it more fun, like extreme football, whatever that was, the XFL league. Remember that shit from a long time ago?
Dangerous.
Exactly, yeah, it was
so
fun.
Dangerous.
But if they could make it again, but just make it safer. Just make sports more fun and safer.
That will never happen again.
Sports are just gonna be boring forever.
Well, they're not necessarily boring, because if you're into them, then it's not boring to you. You know?
But didn't that version of baseball sound way more fun?
Well, it sounds more comedic
adding
and funny to watch.
Exactly.
But I mean, like, I would
even-
watch regular baseball and that too, you know,
Yeah.
because you can find a lot of enjoyment from both things, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily a big fan of sports, but I wouldn't mind checking things out from time to time, you know.
Especially if there's a comedic or interesting element to it, because it's baseball. It's still real baseball. They're all real baseball players that were in like college ball and and went into the minor leagues and just didn't make it. They're all real baseball players. They just fucking they play their own game.
I get it. But
Yeah,
like,
there
you
is
know, they're
some-
finding the true passion when it comes to baseball, and that's fine, you know. I watched Moneyball a while ago for the first time. Since we're on the topic of baseball, I was just like, you know, I've always heard about this movie. I'm going to watch it, and I watched it, and I was just like, this movie is very good, but it's very sad and pathetic for Billy Bean. You've seen it, right?
No, but I can imagine.
No, it's pretty sad and pathetic because this guy was he got drafted into the major leagues like right out of high school, and so he had an option of either going to school or like playing baseball right away. Because they would see his skills as he was playing high school ball, and he was just really fucking good. And so he decided to go into the major leagues, but the problem is he would choke. He choked from the time he was 18 till like, because when he was 18, he was on like a really good team and like fucking nailing it, like living the high life, like getting good money. But like he would just choke because he didn't have confidence in himself. Really, he would choke from when he was 18 all the way until he like retired, until he became the manager of the last team that he played on, which was the Oakland. What was it? Was it Oakland? The
Raiders.
No, not the Raiders. It was some fucking team. I can't remember. I think it was Oakland something. I can't remember the name though.
The Bloodhawks.
No, it's an actually obviously actual team. Oakland. I can't fucking remember what it was. Oakland. I can't fucking.
Yeah, that's what happens when you ascend too quick. Like Lieutenant Surge's Raichu, he evolved it too quick and it didn't learn Quick Attack, so he couldn't keep up with the speed of Ash's Pikachu, even though it wasn't evolved. Got to put in the time and effort before you get to the fucking big leagues, you know? Because then that's what happens. You just fucking get overwhelmed.
Oakland Athletics. There we go. That's
Damn, what a name, the Athletics.
No, it was a good team because well at the time there was just a very very minor league in the Major League Baseball because they were pretty shit, you know.
Yeah.
And so, but he started high and then it just went down, which is a problem that sometimes some teams do because it's a bit of a risk if you just draft someone right away.
Exactly.
Like who's very young and it's like, oh, he's got a lot of skills. But sometimes those skills don't match up and stuff like that, especially baseball. Baseball, a lot of people don't like it. But that's a hard sport to play. Yeah, like every other sport.
Especially if you're a fucking hitter or whatever, you gotta adapt to the pitches and shit.
Oh yeah, then you gotta watch like the wrist and the motion of the shoulder for the pitcher. Mm-hmm. They're like, all right, it's gonna be high, low. What am I gonna bunt it? You know,
if you fuck it up, it'll be a foul. Or you hit it right in the outfield, right into someone's fucking hand. You just gotta stand there and just wait for it. It's like, boop.
It's a beautiful movie because then it depicts in the beginning about his life when he was playing, and it would show like when he would play and he would just miss all the shots, and like when he was in the locker room just breaking shit because he was just pissed off at himself. But like, and then as the movie progresses, it was him in like his like 40s after he retired, and he was the manager for the Oakland Athletics, like running the team and everything behind the scenes. But like he wouldn't watch the game, he wouldn't watch the team play. He wouldn't really necessarily be too in with the players, like engage with them like how a manager should be. He was just probably just depressed in himself, I guess, and he just believing in the hope that like this team will win one day. And so, one day he went out somewhere. He met Jonah Hill, and Jonah Hill was playing a character who believed in the idea. I don't remember this one Japanese guy when it comes to baseball, but it was about statistics about players and like how they are as a person coming into how they play on the field. It was a lot of fucking equations that came into like very like small percentage, like 0.0 stuff that came into account about baseball. And if you get all these guys up who are basically like fuck ups, but like you take into account on how they play and how well they can work with each other by using math, ideally you have a team that can dominate anything no matter how shit they are or no matter how much funding they have. And so throughout the movie, they try this idea. And then as it goes through, there's a point at first when they're just losing. Because the team, they all don't get along with each other yet. But then as he starts learning to open up a little more like about himself to Jonah Hill and with his teammates, they start like actually getting a good bond. And at the time, I think it was like 2002, a team that never fucking did anything won like 20 consecutive games and broke the record for baseball, having 20 consecutive games. But the thing, what happened is when they got to, I think it was like, I can't remember if it was before the semifinals or the semifinals of the tournament that was going on, but they lose, and then like they had to start back from zero. But at the point after they lost, Billy Bean, which is the guy who believed in the team, who played for the Athletics, failed, was a miserable loser, but he just believed so hard that he wanted them to win. But he got an offer from the Red Sox to be the manager for the Red Sox and use this plan that they had worked with the mathematics and stuff for the Red Sox. And it was for like $12 million that they offered him. It was the most money he'd ever was been offered. But he was stupid and denied it, because he believed in it so hard. And guess what happened? They found another manager for the Red Sox and used that same idea and formula for the Red Sox for the next series, and they won.
Yep.
I'm just like, I get it. You want to believe so hard in the passion that you built up for so long, but like, don't be a fucking moron, know? That's so much money at that point. But like I said, I kind of understand it. But it was just very sad. Like in this final scene, like his daughter was playing guitar. There'd be times where he would go out with his daughter and like hang out with her because he was divorced. Obviously, because he was kind of a hard person to deal with. He'd be in denial about a lot of things, and so she wrote a song for him and like recorded it on a disc, and at the end he's just driving and it's her singing the song to him, like finally, but indirectly, and like so it was a song that she was singing on guitar about her dad, and it was just really sad because there was a line in there. She's like, "You're such a loser, Dad. You're such a loser." It was like legit her just telling him up front like, "You're fucking a loser," real. And she just like starts crying. I'm just like, damn, that's so fucking sad, but like. Yeah, you gotta be real. He was just in denial.
Yep, you need that sometimes.
If he had taken that offer for the Red Sox and been the manager, well, he would have gone down probably history as like one of the best managers ever.
Yeah. It's like you lose out on that foundation you built with that team, and it's like you want to believe it's like, but you gotta, it just depends on the person now. So someone would have been happy with that choice. They would have been like, well, even though I didn't make it, I stuck to my ideals, and it's like, well, yeah, but you're also, what are you doing now? Your career's kind of fucked now. You have this shitty team. It's from what it sounds like, they could have came back, but after I could see how that after having a big loss like that, then it's like you.
Oh yeah,
then these see the Red Sox winning. It's anyone can have their own motivation,
especially for guys who are like all shit players and no one believed it, and then they get to that point where they're just dominating, and then they're just like, "Fuck," you know.
Like, nah, and you're still losers.
It sucks.
Yeah,
but watch it. It's a really good fucking movie.
Yeah, it seems interesting.
It was beautiful. Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill did a great job.
You know what else is a good movie that we watched?
What?
The Act of Killing.
Oh God, I don't want to talk about that fucking movie.
That was such a good movie. It's so good.
Well, documentary.
Yeah, it's a documentary. Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, like when I wanted to stop watching it halfway, I just felt like pretty disgusted about these things. And I get it, because people are like monsters in general, but it just didn't sit well with me at that point. How these guys were just all natural nonchalant about killing all these people. Like, yeah, we did it.
And they're leaders and highly appointed officials in the government. And
government's corrupt, especially in areas like that. So
yeah, especially where the government is formed of the people who made the military coup and then took control of it and then just perpetuated their ideologies and lies. He made a second documentary and a follow-up one called The Look of Silence. And it's about the same conflict in Indonesia in that time. It takes a look at the...
Oh, that's right. It's in Indonesia. That's right.
Yeah, it takes a look at this other guy who lived there, and his brother was alive during that time, and then his brother was one of the people they came after him because they accused him of being a communist and took him to these camps and like killed him and fucking threw him in the Snake River and shit, And his mother says like 2 years later, this guy was born. And then now he's like 40 years old now. He's an optometrist and he does like classes and shit.
Yeah.
And I guess he got in contact with the guy, Joshua Oppenheimer, who made the first documentary. And he came down to talk to this guy because his brother died in the shit, Yeah. So he goes and he talks to the military leaders and stuff and asks them, like, do you feel any guilt or responsibility for this? And they all give the same answers like, no, it was a different time. We had to get rid of these communists and all this fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And then even at the end of it, you see him throughout the film watching a video that Joshua has filmed previously that wasn't shown in the original documentary. He sees these new people and they reenact how they would kill people and bring him down to the river, and they talk about how they killed his brother specifically. They remember him by name, like, oh yeah, we killed Ramley. Remember killing Ramley? And he's just watching them talk about how they killed his brother. Like, yeah, we stabbed him a bunch. He was still alive, so we cut his dick off, and then that's how he died. And we threw him in the river. It's just crazy shit. And earlier in the documentary, you see him watching this video of this one guy. and he's like going about how he killed people and the shit that happened. And at the end of it, you find out that guy was his uncle. So he goes into his uncle and be like, hey, what were you doing in this time? And his uncle was like, oh yeah, I was a guard. I guarded the prisoners they brought in. He was like, do you know what they were doing? He was like, no, I was just guarding them. He's like,
yeah, right.
Do you know that one of the prisoners you guarded was your nephew, my brother Ramley, and you guarded him? You were a prison guard before he got carted away to his death. He was like, I was just guarding. He says it was better than the alternative. It was better to work with them and guard these people who were being sent to die, your own family, than being killed yourself. And I guess in a sense, yeah, but still,
I guess he was just watching out for himself.
Exactly. But even when he gets confronted with it by his own nephew, it's like you indirectly led to his death. He's like, no, I didn't kill him. I didn't kill anyone. I was just the guard there. But it's these people. They're so. It's gotten to the point where they've lived with it for so long. They just can't. Their psyche can't let them get to the point where they realize that they're monster people.
They're fucked up.
Yeah,
they're legit fucked up.
There's another point where one of the guys, he was one of the head dudes. He said, yeah, what we would do. There was one guy who he killed so many people he went crazy. Every morning he would climb the tallest tree and do prayer. So, you know what we did to not be crazy? In order to prevent ourselves from being crazy, we would drink the blood of the people we killed. You know, so we wouldn't be crazy. And that's why I'm not crazy, because I drank all that blood. So now I'm not crazy, you know? He didn't drink the blood, so he's crazy. But I drank it, so, you know. And he talks to this other dude, and his daughter's there. And he says that. He's like, yeah, that's what I did. I drank blood, so I wasn't crazy. And he asked the daughter, and she's like, no, I never knew about any of this until right now. I didn't know you were a crazed murderer who drank blood. Dad. And fucking, yeah, it's crazy, man. It's fucked up shit. He goes to the minister of like speech. He goes to the publicity guy of the government, and even he's like, he goes off. He says, you know, he gets to the point where he says, you know, if you think about too much of the past, it'll happen again. If you keep these people keep bringing up the stink over it, it'll happen again. And it's. Do you not realize what you're saying? You're threatening millions of murder to not get your ideals. It's crazy.
Those people are all in denial and fucking insane.
Exactly.
I'd kill all of them, but
same, man. But then you'd be just like them. That's like they're also but they're also you're killing awful, terrible people and not landless farmers and Chinese people who have different ideologies than you and believe in a different god.
Hold on, let me get my death note real quick.
Exactly. Indonesia. Yeah, and they talked about that before in the first documentary, The Act of Killing, how they would interrogate them and then change their answers to make them look bad. So in all this propaganda, they say, oh, these Chinese, these farmers, they have sex with each other's wives and they don't pray. They're just spreading these lies to make people okay with all the killings and shit.
No, it's never going to be okay. Yeah.
Exactly. And when the common people were confronted with it, they're like, no, that didn't happen. What are you talking about? Why are you asking all these questions? Stop asking these questions. I don't want to talk about this. You're being political. I don't want to be political. They just avoid it and they just don't want to.
Well, it was just like those old guards and commanders from the fucking Holocaust.
Yeah, exactly.
It was the same thing when they would interview them too. They were the same fucking thing. Like, yeah, we did.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, the past is the past. Leave the past in the past. I don't want to talk about it. It's politics. It's like you can't just avoid issues and pretend they didn't happen.
No. Like if you were raped like by someone, obviously there'd be a point like a block in a wall that comes into your mind where you think like, no, it didn't happen. Where you just like maybe you would be in denial about it just so you could settle it and comfort yourself. Yeah. But deep down, you know that it did happen and that it was a fucked up fucked up thing to happen. You know, it's just one of those things that people do when they do things that they shouldn't be doing, obviously, and it's very traumatic and detrimental to their own mind. So they just build these walls around the fake lie. They just build these fake lies and these walls in their own mind that are just like, no, that's fine. I'm not doing that. We had to do it.
Yeah.
It was because of this, because of that.
Yeah.
I'm not a terrible person.
Justifications.
I'm fine. Yeah, no, you are a terrible person.
We did it in the name of God. We killed them because they didn't believe. And another thing he says is, we would only slash them once because that was respectful to God. We'd slash them along the neck. But then the guy's like, no, we have this video of you saying how you repeatedly stabbed people over and over. That was more than once. And he's like, well, those were our enemies. You can do that to your enemies.
Those are communists.
Yeah, he says, all I said is you can do that to your enemies. If you're killing someone for some other reason, you only do it once. But if it's your enemies, do whatever you want. Yeah, because they're Muslim. It's a Muslim country. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Indonesia?
Yeah, probably that part of it.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't know if they say Allah, but they're mostly Muslim. They go to mosque, and we see one of the guys in the hats. And
Taliban? No.
I think Allah is it's Muslim.
I think so.
Yeah, but yeah, and they fucking.
Well, yes, it is, but I didn't know that they were Muslims themselves. I thought.
Yeah, it's part of it's in Asia, and that's kind of the
Okay.
It's all in that same general area of that influence.
Jamie, look that up now.
Yeah, it's fucked up. That's another thing people do. Just kill in the name of religion. And it's just like, why just... It's dumb shit. Exactly. Dumb shit.
Reggie, look that up.
Reggie Fils-Aimé.
That's something I'd like to do one day. Actually set it up to be like a nice kind of podcast thing like that with Stu here. Have like a monitor screen to pull shit up and do live videos and shit. Well, yeah.
Get super high and look at it like, whoa, look at that.
It's great. It's
yeah.
a great way to interact with people and stuff.
Yeah.
One of these days, once we start making, hopefully, production value goes up a little bit.
Exactly. Once we start making pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. One day. If you guys would like and subscribe, you fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah, then we get there, you motherfuckers.
Did you hear about the Dave Chappelle attack?
Yeah.
You know what's so fucked up about that situation? When it comes to a lot of venues like that, like security is always just shit. Most of the time. They never fucking... These guys just don't give a fuck. They're just like, I'm here to get paid and that's it. So I don't know if you've heard about it, right?
Yeah.
So this guy, rushes on stage with a knife trying to...
No. Here's what it was. It was a gun, a fake gun that had a knife on it.
It's basically...
It was a knife. Yeah, it was the most retarded knife ever.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't sneak a knife in, but I'm pretty sure I could sneak a gun in.
Which is insane because, there should be metal detectors there, obviously, and they should be patting them down. No, there was metal detectors there, and people should be patting people down. So, in my mind, I'm like, how the fuck did they let this guy through with all that shit? And they were just like, It makes... because Jamie Foxx was there and, defended, Dave Chappelle a little bit,
yeah, that guy got beat up by, 10 people. Security guards and the comedians who were there. They fucked him up.
Because now the security guards do their job.
There's a picture of him being caught into a fucking ambulance and his arms all twisted and his face is all red and
fucked up.
Yeah.
But, just, how do you let that happen? Especially when it comes to, important figures, It's not necessarily doesn't have to be Dave Chappelle, but it could be, the same situation can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
Rock stars, political figures... it's just it's the insanest thing ever that I fucking when I read about the article and I heard about it on Joe Rogan and they're talking about it, I'm like, that's so fucking stupid. How there's just it could have all been avoided. Yep. But no, people ain't doing their jobs and shit because they don't fucking just want a paycheck and stuff. They're just lazy and shit. And, just like,
and also people in general are just crazy enough to just do that in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know.
A lot of people just do it for attention.
Attention, especially when it comes to people who actually kill celebrities and stuff, and and then obviously
hyper fan psychos, that type of thing.
I think I talked about it before, but the guy who killed John Lennon was just literally leaving the studio one night in New York. And he was just walking by, and this guy comes up, Mr. Lennon, and he just turns around and just shoots him. Yep. I'm just like, why?
That person that killed Selena, wasn't that just
it was one of her managers. No, it was one of her managers and stuff that killed Selena.
I didn't know that. Oh, shit.
It was her manager. I can't remember if it was her manager, but it was someone who was on her team.
Why?
That was because she was jealous of the money and shit, and she at one point she just thought I'm just gonna kill her. She just killed her.
Jesus! All right, I didn't know that part. I thought it was
no. All right. It was someone who was an important role in the process of her music and stuff. So it's fucked up, isn't it?
That's dumb. That's some real backwards thing. It's if you're jealous of the money, do better at your job and you'll get better returns.
Money, but it was about a couple of things about her being jealous about something.
Oh, okay.
I think they would argue about shit too.
Oh yeah,
and so
probably. Yeah.
But it just makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah.
Especially since she was really young. She was beautiful, man. She could have made a lot more music.
Yeah. Could have made a lot more money, and then that manager person would have gotten a lot more money as well. But now they're in prison or whatever.
When you just when you just nothing, and then you just become boom and instant hit and stuff. Some people don't know how to handle that. You know, it happens to a lot of looking at Amy Winehouse. She blew up like fucking crazy. She was super young, but she didn't know how to handle anything.
Yep, she just do a bunch of drugs and drink just to be fucking numb this crazy shit you're going through.
Well, yeah, because how would you feel about when you leave your house every day? And there's either people out there from reporters and stuff, or you're just trying to go get something, and people just bother you, follow you around all the time. You gotta wear disguises and shit all the time.
It's either reporters bothering you all the time, super fans bothering you all the time, or people who fucking hate you bothering all the time.
At that point, I wouldn't want to go out.
Exactly, and if you did, you'd go out and just get fucked up and be like, fuck you, and
But it's nice that there are a lot of services now. You really, if you have the money, you don't necessarily need to leave your house anymore.
Exactly.
Because you can get a lot of things online, get groceries delivered to you. Mm-hmm. It's the only time you probably go out is maybe if you wanted to exercise or go watch a movie or something. But even then, you don't necessarily have to go out nowadays. Yeah. So a lot of that stuff could be avoided now. But it's just but when you get to that point where you're very famous, you have to start doing interviews, press conferences, and stuff like that to promote yourself and stuff like that. So you obviously you have to go.
You don't have to.
No, well, no, you have to.
Well,
you have to.
I do. Yeah, that's one thing I hate about like that's a problem with big like sports celebrities too. Like that one chick, she was like a really big tennis star, and she just didn't want to do press conferences because they ask you these pointed questions, and it's like, do you hate that person, or it's like, how do you think you did in that match? And it's like, you were doing a little sloppy. It just weighs your head because you're being asked these shitty questions now, and it doesn't contribute anything. She wasn't really being able to promote her thing because she's gonna be good at tennis no matter what. It's like an actor who acts well but they're in a shitty movie. Like when you're a tennis star, that's what you are, and you don't need a press conference. So she would just stop doing them. But part of her contract, whatever the fuck, was like, no, you have to do this or it won't let you play. And it's like, all right, I'm not gonna play. Fuck you. And
Yeah, well, I mean,
But then, like I said, for movies and shit, when you're a different kind of celebrity like that, you do kind of have to promote shit.
Yeah, I would say you have to, because it's just, you gotta keep people hooked on to what you do, you know.
Even promoting stuff, that's different from a press conference. Like if you're promoting something, you can have like a smaller team to make a video or a shoot or a smaller interview that's just like a more one-on-one with just a few people, so it's not a super thing, And if it's especially for promotion, then for the most part, it's going to be just positive and just about the thing you're doing and just,
Yeah, but even do a lot of them.
Exactly.
And then other things that come up too that you have to do into you just get busy.
And reschedules and people fucking up, not being able to do things, shit not working out, and there's a lot of moving parts.
I don't know. We probably will experience that for a very long time.
Yeah. Well, we kind of are now with recording fucking shit and getting fucked up.
Okay, but we're not like outside. But I do sometimes. It's been happening to me a little bit lately for some fucking weird thing. I go out, like at work, like I'm just, I know, work, I know. I go out and I'm just walking, and like someone like sometimes very just like stares at me a lot and like just follows me, just looks at me, just like it's been happening a lot lately. I'm just like, what the fuck? Man, it's weird. It really is. I go out in public and I'm just walking somewhere, and like some guys, because like when you usually pass by people, they're just like quick look, or like, hey, and they keep going. But I keep going, these people just like stop and look at me. I'm just like,
maybe you got a weird walk. You got a weird gait.
I wouldn't think. I hope not.
You're just walking with your mouth hanging open, just like. You don't realize if you're walking, you look like
maybe
you're all fucked up.
I don't know. It's the weirdest fucking thing. I'm just like,
no, man. Ugh.
It's definitely not for my music.
Yeah, well, maybe, who knows?
Oh.
Maybe they're just like, damn, that guy's probably got a huge cock. Just thinking about it like, damn. You know what else is huge?
My depression?
You and me, we're kind of tall people.
Well, I mean,
about 6 foot. That's,
I'm almost 6'2". I'm a little less than 6'2", but I'm 6'1".
We're decently sized,
Yeah, bigger than... Well, because the average person back in like the 50s was like 5'5". For a male, it's like 5'5". Yeah, we're giants.
Smoking
if
cigarettes.
If we were alive as we are now back in the 50s, we'd be giants.
If we were alive like in Napoleon's time, people were fucking...
midgets.
People were small because they had shitty lives and were smoking and just doing these terrible things and just weren't taking care of us. But we have... Yeah, height as an average has grown, But some people aren't as blessed, So there's some people who are just genetically just born shorter, and they're just like 5'4" or 5'5", and they're just like, they're not happy with it.
I saw a little person, because midget and stuff like that could be offensive, but I don't really care. There was a midget.
An LP.
Yeah, an LP. Like I saw, and this guy, no joke, was like 3 feet. Well, or maybe even less. No, less than.
He was like an inch tall. He fit in the palm of my hand.
He was 2.5. I'm telling you.
He was 2.5 inches.
Tall, and he was a little fat, and he was just like.
It's like Cartman walking around.
Working hard, but I was just like, damn, I can't imagine,
If only there was a service for short people, they could increase their height.
Some people like that though, like dwarf people when they fuck them,
Oh yeah,
because
that's like a fetish.
I talked to a friend one time, and I'm like, you don't understand why people would sleep with midgets and stuff like that. Like I get it, like some of them could be attractive, but he was just I'm being honest, because they're just very short, and he's just like, well, think about it, if you got a hot midget on your cock, you could just spin it, I was like, I guess that would make sense.
Probably a lot of power, like dense, just like a lot of thrusting force,
But that would be kind of weird because I remember who there was a very famous little person. I can't remember his name, but like he's talking about like how he was dating another, like his wife or something is like a little person, but he's just like because the question came up about like how do you like your women down there, bald, smooth, a little bit of hair. He's just like, when it comes to me, my wife has to have some hair, because if not, it feels like I'm fucking a kid. Just like,
damn. It's funny.
Well, it's, let's be honest. I can see that though. Very small, no hair. You're just like.
Yeah, that's funny.
But
anyways, the point I wanted to get to is leg extensions. You ever heard about these leg extensions?
I would hear about things. Sometimes leg extensions, arm extensions, a lot of weird extensions. But like when it comes to that, from my knowledge, they like break that part of the body, right, and then. Either sometimes take a piece from somewhere else and put it in there, or like rebuild it as they break and make it longer and stretch it out, right?
So here's what they do. This one company does, right? So let's say you're a 5'5" little beta male, right?
You're not a Chad.
You want to be a 5'11", maybe 6 foot Chad, right? So you go to this doctor and like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut into your femur, which is the largest bone in your body. We're gonna cut into there, and we're gonna cut it like in half, right? We're gonna cut a little hole in the middle. And put a metallic rod in there with magnets on it, and then put it back together. And you can't walk for like 6 months because the bone has you put the rod in and it connects the two parts of your femur, right?
Right.
And the bone regrows around that, right? Then over like a 6 month, like 2 year period, they take tiny magnets that slowly extend the rod. So over that time, you gain that height.
And it's safe.
People have done it, but it's like, but again, you can't walk for like 3 months after the procedure because your legs will be irreparably fucked.
You need a lot of physical therapy.
Exactly, and it takes a while, but
is it safe though? Like no one's died from anything.
Well, I'm sure there's been some complications, but they don't report on those. They only report on probably a couple people who have actually done it. Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah, it's making me cringe right now just thinking about it. Just like, it's terrible, and invasive.
But I mean, hey, some people are self-conscious about stuff. I mean, I'd say as long as it's like, if you have the money and it's safe,
and it's really, it weighs that much on your mind,
that then do it. And whatever makes you feel better about yourself. Because some people get like, women get big boobs, like their face done and stuff. Guys, either like, a lot of people too, like some get people, fat removed from them.
Some people get entire racial reconstructive surgery to look Korean.
It's just.
Have you seen that one guy?
No.
There's a British guy who did that. He reconstructed his face and got like thousands of dollars worth of surgery to just look Korean.
Why?
Because he likes the way Koreans look and believes they're the supreme.
Just marry a Korean.
No, he wants to be Korean. He's transracial. I'm pretty sure that's what he says. He's transracial. He wants to be Korean so bad.
Transracial. Yeah. Oh my god. I mean, hey, do you, boo? I guess. As long as you're not bothering anybody
else. Get that surgery.
People are crazy.
He got his he got his lips, he got his cheeks heightened, and his like lips increased, and his eyes almond eyes.
People are just doing the craziest shit nowadays.
These people body modifications look like dragons, where they have like horns implanted in their skin.
Okay, that's a little too much.
They do it.
Have
you seen?
Surprised.
There's a guy, Andrew Callahan. I showed his videos, Channel 5 News. He went to a Satanist convention. There was a dude who had like a star like implant in his arm. And he would like, it was like an Apple Pay thing. He would like send people money with this implant in his arm. It looked like a big like symbol, like it was like a moon, and he had a couple of them.
And it worked?
Yeah.
He
had like one of those Apple Pay things like in his arm, and he would just pay.
I mean, if it works, I guess. Yeah, but
body modifications are fucking great. He got permanent fangs. He filed his teeth in like thick, pointed.
Would you ever do anything like that to your body?
No.
Well, you don't want a bigger dick, man?
No.
No big dick?
Oh, God.
No big dick?
Just hearing about stories of just people just like fucking trying to make their dicks longer.
You don't want to get your fat nose a little shaved.
Nah, I don't need no rhinoplasty. I don't gotta look like what's it fucking from South Park? David Hasselhoff. Make him look like David Hasselhoff. Yeah, people talking about just penis surgery. I don't want anything. I don't want anything to do with it. I want my dick to just be good forever and not ever have any problems. Just be
confident in yourself, man. That's all it is.
Well, no, yeah, but I don't ever want to have kidney stones. Yeah. I don't want to have. I don't want to get a bug bite on my dick. I don't want to deal with anything with my dick. I want my dick to just exist there and just be.
My oldest brother dealt with kidney stones for years in high school. It took a lot of surgeries and stuff to get through, but even then, I think a year and a half or 2 years ago, he got them again. Because it's just something that recurs. If you have them, they just recur over time. So he has to watch what he eats, because some things can build up a certain chemical. That's how. Yeah, exactly. He's like, I gotta watch what I eat and everything, and I get it, but it's like, I can't deal with that shit. And it sucks that because my mom dealt with it, and a lot of it's something that runs in my family, I guess, a little bit. So it sucks. It's good that me and my other brother, fortunately, didn't have to deal with that. But Omar, man, I feel bad. He's because there's one specific time. I remember the first time we went to go see him after his surgery because he had to go to Loma Linda to a specialist at the time to do it. And I remember him waking up and my mom putting Like they gave her a cup of water with like a sponge, like a little sponge and a toothpick thing attached to it, just to wet his lips because he couldn't drink water after surgery. And like he just remembers being in like a lot of pain because I guess during the surgery they had caught air inside him, and so there was a point where the doctors had to come in to do something to get the air out of his side, and so my dad just told us to leave. And it's very, I remember this vividly. I remember him as they started doing it, him just yelling because it just hurts really bad to get that air out, and then. And he at the time I think he was only like 14 and stuff, so like 14, 15 maybe. And I was like, fuck.
For those of you listening, I'm standing up in cringe now. It's all terrible.
It's unfortunate. But I mean, he's better now, so he's living a good life. Yeah, Nick's standing up because I get it.
Don't like it.
I wouldn't want to deal with that shit either.
I don't like hyper-invasive shit like that. Just unimaginable pain and discomfort. I heard someone describe what kidney stones is like, and it's like it's the pain first comes from just the stone moving down your urethra and just like and then the second pain comes from when it stops up and then it blocks your urine and then it just swells and
yeah, it's
terrible. Can I get a double hit? I gotta fucking stop. I gotta not die.
Yeah. No, I get it. And like I said, my brother
Jesus
went through a
Christ.
lot of surgeries, man. He went through a lot of fucking surgeries. They have to put a tube up his urethra.
I never want a catheter. I would rather die. If I ever have to get a catheter, just put a bullet in my brain. I don't care. I don't.
No, but you'd have to do it.
Put a hole in my side just to get it out from there. I don't.
Yeah.
Knock me in. Give me anesthesia for 10 months until it's done. I don't care. I don't want to feel it in my dick. I don't want it. I hate it. I hate sounding. Do you know what that is?
Sounding?
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is.
Good. I'm glad you don't know. Your life is better for not knowing. It's awful.
I don't want to find it.
You want to do one then the other?
No, I'm alright.
Just like when you fuck a woman. You fuck one hole, then you fuck the other.
I don't remember if I took a hit from yours earlier.
Yeah.
Okay. Because you offered it to me, but I vividly don't remember like actually pulling a drag from it. I'm like,
No, yeah. I'm already better. Jesus, that's all I needed. God damn.
Jesus Christ.
On to better things. Final Fantasy VI is crazy.
Final Fantasy VI is very good.
That game has 14 fucking party members. There's so many party members. There's so fucking many. It's crazy.
Yeah, I played it a while ago on my Game Boy emulator a long time back. Very fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
You beat it, right? Or you got close to the end?
Yeah, I think so. Because at the time I was playing 4, and then after I played 4, I played 5, and then after 5, I didn't really like 5 as much as 4 because 4 is my favorite one. Then like, I'm gonna go to 6. 6 I thought was pretty good. I know 5 is good, but I just never like.
How'd you like Go-Go in 5?
Go-Go 5 is a pretty cool character. I don't remember too much about him, but from what I remember, like I said, interesting.
Was he a hard fight?
Well, there's always hard fights in fucking Final Fantasy and shit. Hard fight, sure, definitely for the time, and especially at the point when he comes in the game. Yeah, it's hard as shit, but you just do it.
Do you like Go-Go in 6?
I don't remember Go-Go from 6.
Go-Go's in 6. He's a party. You can get him as a party member.
Oh, that's right.
And his mechanic is so fucking crazy. So first I want to talk about Yeti, because the Yeti Umaru is fucking insane.
Okay.
Did you ever get Umaru?
I can't remember, to be honest.
So it's when you get to the world of Ruin and you rescue Amog, the Moogle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get him and you go through the cave and then you can fight a Yeti at the end of it. And then when you beat the Yeti, Mog the Moogle, he's like, "Your soul is mine now, Kupo. I own you now. I'm your master." So then forever you just have a permanent just like Yeti in your party as the Moogle slave. And he's very interesting in the fact that you can't change his weapon or give him armor. You can only give him equipment. And his weapon is just a bone club, and it does tons of damage. You can't control him either. He's a completely autonomous character that will only attack on his own. His timer bar will fill up, and he'll just attack automatically. He's a very interesting character that does big damage.
We should play one of those games.
Yeah, they're pretty long.
I have Final Fantasy 4 on my laptop, so we could play that.
Nice. We have to figure out
It's
the recording setup for that.
Remaster.
Yeah, like the Pixel remaster.
Yeah, well, it's for the DS, but it's pretty good.
I think I might have started that a long time ago, but
really
never
good.
went through it.
The music, man, I always say for Final Fantasy games is fucking beautiful, but that Final Fantasy 4 soundtrack, nothing beats it. That shit is so fucking
It's a lot of people's favorites.
Final Fantasy 4 is great.
All right,
Because Cecil is just a great character,
Yeah,
great story.
I did play a little. I played like 20 minutes of 4, and I got to like a mountain range. I was going through caves, and I was like, I got lost, and I just stopped playing.
You piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's like the first fucking...
I know it is.
That's not hard to navigate.
Well, I think you get to the open world, right, and you just basically go... Can you, right? You can go to...
Yeah, well, after you leave that village for the first time, because you end up at a different part.
Mm-hmm.
No. It's, Did that happen then? No, yeah, you end up out... Well, first you're in the desert, because you're in the castle and stuff. You could leave and go explore around everywhere, but then after you... There's a point where you get a mission to go to a village. But I think it's maybe like the third or fourth thing that happens.
Yeah.
So you go to this village, and then something happens, you get separated from everyone, and then you by yourself. At that point, once you get out into like the forest, open world, a little more options that you can do. There's a lot of things to do, and I get it. It is a little confusing, but once you get to that part and you know where to go, it's fine. Yeah. But yeah, there's that. I guess it could be a little confusing if you don't know where to go. So that's why I recommend especially when it comes to playing older Final Fantasy games. Have a guide with you, because that shit, if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to be fucking lost forever just exploring a bunch of shit. But that's what you had to do back then.
Yeah, exactly.
If you didn't buy the game guide, because they had guides. You
didn't have the internet,
yeah. You had the internet, you're just like, fuck, where do I go? You just figure things out, but like...
I think that is where I got stopped. Because I remember being on my own as a single, as just Cecil, yeah. And then I kind of stopped after that, so yeah.
Cecil,
Cecil.
At first I thought it was Cecil. I'm like, oh, it's Cecil.
How many characters does 4 have? Does it have 14 characters?
You got Cecil, Rose. You got, that one bitch's name with the green hair. You got Kane. You got Blade. You got... Like, main characters are...
Like, playable, like, you can put in your party and do shit, yeah.
Shit, I think it's... Get that one guy with the Kung Fu guy.
Ooh. Everyone
I think it's
sounding.
like... A...
No, that's not too bad.
Or... 8, I think, for sure.
Alright, that's a good
Either
amount.
8 or... either 8 or 6, one of those two. It's not 10. Definitely not.
It's definitely not 14.
Yeah,
but yeah,
it's good.
It was an early game.
Oh, it's a fucking... we gotta play that game.
5, yeah, at some point, yeah. You played Persona 5.
Oh, yeah, you have the one on your PS4 and I have the newer one on my Switch.
Oh,
Strikers.
shit, yeah, Strikers. I thought you meant the 5 remake... Not remake, but edition that came out. What was it called? I don't know.
Oh, the one before Strikers? That was only a Japan thing, though.
No, it was American. There was some addition to 5 where you could play as a female main character, and there was some additional things they added to it. I forget what it was called.
I think it was only Japan, because the U.S. only the U.S. for Persona 5 games only has the first one where it plays about the story, and then Persona 5 Strikers.
Persona 5 Royal.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
Is that for the States? I thought that was just for Japan. I think it's just for Japan. I don't think that was ever released here.
No, yeah, it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Because it says it's called The Royal in Japan, so it has a different title. So I'm assuming that means it. Yeah, and I've heard some people on podcasts talk about it.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Me memory's not as good.
Yeah, it adds new shit. Yeah, it'd be fun. Fun things
cool.
to do. What else? You said you didn't have much to talk about today. Do you have stuff written down?
The only thing that I had written down really was about Dave Chappelle.
And
then we had talked about it, and we were just going for a pretty good minute. We could, I guess if you want, what do you have to talk about?
I have another thing on the list. It was,
hold that thought, please.
Oh, yeah.
Before we get into another discussion about stuff, I really have to pee.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be right back.
Da, 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 da. Da 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 da. That's a good song. I really like it. The Girl from Ipanema. Yeah, and that's it. It's gonna be one of my recommendations. I'll recommend that one early. It's a good song by what's his name? Gilberto. I forgot his first name. It's a good song. What? Fuck you, P. This fucking asshole over here. What is he doing over here? He's trying to fucking talk me on the bathroom. He's disgusting. He's an animal. He's a freak of nature. He's an abomination against God and science. He deserves to be out in the wild with the bears and the wolves and the boars and the what's another sort of similar sounding word? The Bees.
Wait, did you actually listen to it?
What? Yeah, it's basically the same.
From Joe Berto?
Yeah, basically the same.
Well, it's in Portuguese.
It's all in Portuguese. The first bit of it's Portuguese and it's in English afterwards. So.
Yeah, he does a little bit of both, which is great. What's good? I really love that song. Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Ipanema, Jolene Barisade. I can't remember. The only part I really know from that line in the Portuguese part is Mo do sol dourado do sol de Ipanema, jovem balançar, que sem poema. Something.
That's the beginning of it. That's the part you hear.
Yeah, I fucking love that. I can't speak Portuguese, but there's some Spanish in there, and I can understand that.
Portuguese is like a French-Spanish
baby mix.
Weird hybrid.
I fucking love Joe Berto. I'm glad you listened to that. It's a very beautiful song. He's Bossa Nova King, man. He's just very beautiful. His daughter makes music too, because he's not alive anymore, but her shit's really fucking weird. It's like weird. I'm telling you, it's like weird fucking like jazz fucking shit that she does. It's like almost like psychedelic-y fucking jazz fucking
weird,
shit that
like,
she does.
Horns just going.
It's not even that. It's just like the way she sings and like the ambiance that she uses for her songs. It's very interesting. Probably some of the weirdest shit that I've ever heard, but it's good.
Not something you listen to on a normal basis.
No, definitely not.
Listen to it while you're tripping.
It's crazy. I don't remember the name of the album, but it's very good. But yeah, Joe Berto.
It's good.
So beautiful. I love his shit. There's honestly, if you ever see the video, you guys could look it up too. It's really good. But it's where Joe Berto and Frank Sinatra sing "The Girl from Ipanema."
Ooh,
it's very good. Obviously, Frank Sinatra does the English part, and Joe Berto does obviously the Portuguese part. It's beautiful, and you just see Frank Sinatra, I think, smoking a cigar and then just doing it. What a great time.
That does sound like a very
very good video. It's a great video. I love that video. Anytime I think about that song, that's the video I look up first. I'm like, oh, I gotta listen to it again.
I'm trying to find this video to send Stu for the earlier part of the podcast where we're talking about that lady. You fucking accuser. But the thing I want to talk about, do you think Frieza and his family are named after cold things because the cold kills vegetables?
And the Saiyans are named after vegetables?
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought of this morning.
No, I think it's just a coincidence that he decided to do that. I don't think Akira Toriyama was thinking like, yeah, cold kills vegetables, and the first major enemies I'm gonna make all be based on ice and frozen.
Not even major. It's Frieza and then his dad afterwards for like 5 minutes, and then his brother in a movie. Oh god.
Hey, it's still those are the three. Frieza was the first major villain in whole Dragon Ball.
In Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z, yes.
It was
but fuck
first
Raditz.
major. Yeah, first major was Vegeta,
Raditz.
and then
no, it was Raditz.
Well, you just said fuck Raditz, so
yeah. But if you said the first one,
the first one was Raditz.
Technical, it's
exactly.
Raditz.
And
then
Vegeta.
it's Vegeta.
Yeah. Everyone knows this.
Yeah, and then it's I think it's about rewatching like Dragon Ball Z sometimes because it's not bad. I actually like it myself a lot. It's just. I think it's a good story and how everything's portrayed off for a shonen. It's not too bad. Of course, like the newer shit, I don't really like it.
Yeah,
and the Super sucks. And then the Heroes things that they did afterwards kind of suck. And now it's coming back for something else, and it's like, nah, I'd rather watch Dragon Ball Z because that's the golden era of Dragon Ball right there.
What was the one game that was all fusions? That was a fun. It was.
Oh, Dragon Ball Fusions.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so that's what it was called. I thought it was that.
Yeah, I have that game on my 3DS still.
Did you have it downloaded or is it cartridge?
Downloaded.
Ah, damn. It's
a fun game. I actually replayed it the other day.
It's super fun, interesting, just getting all the different fusions and just seeing how they.
At the time when it came out, and I looked at it, I'm like, oh, this is cool.
It was the coolest thing. Hell yeah! You get the 5 fusion, but that one's kind of generic. It just has like 3 different types of styles, but it was still cool.
No, it's a really fun Dragon Ball game. One of the best ones there. That and then
which
the
one's
Legacy of Goku.
Oh yeah, Legacy
of Game Boys.
First one sucks. First one's not the greatest, but second and third one.
Well, of course, but you got to build up from somewhere.
Exactly.
Those games are hard as shit. Legacy of Goku.
Yeah,
I remember fucking playing the first one as a kid, a long time ago.
Especially
and fighting
Frieza.
Oh my god, that fight is so fucking hard.
That game is hard.
It's fun.
Ridiculous. You got to grind and just do hacks.
I got to play it again.
Yeah. What's the one you have? That's rock paper scissors. What was it? Raging Blast.
Oh no! Don't compare Raging Blast to Raging Blast 2 is very fucking good. I think I can actually play it.
Warriors. Was it Warriors?
No, it was Ultimate Tenkaichi. No, it was Yeah, no, it was Ultimate Tenkaichi. Yeah,
Was it?
I think that's
that
what it was called.
rock paper scissors.
Yeah, that one was it. But the thing I really liked about the game was the character customization and online mode. Oh, that was really fun about it. Of course, like the fighting is a little weird for Dragon Ball game because you can hit each other, but when it comes to like doing major moves, it's a rock paper
Exactly.
battle.
Before that, there's not really any blocking. You just do that. You do,
There's blocking.
But it's in the rock paper scissors thing.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
it's like, now I mash rock paper scissors. Okay, now I mash rock paper scissors. Oh, I keep mashing. It wasn't.
Yeah,
great.
yeah. I liked it though when I played it at the time.
You know what was fun for a while? Xenoverse.
Xenoverse is still fun.
Xenoverse was
I
very
played the first
interesting.
one when it came out. I actually really liked it, and I actually have the second one. I
think
bought
I
it on my
have it-
Switch a while ago.
I think I got it for free from PlayStation.
It's
at some
pretty
point.
good.
Yeah.
From what I remember, those games are always really fun. But after a while, it just get repetitive and boring.
Yeah,
but
just doing the raids, and it's like okay, now they're doing the big OE.
the best thing to do if you guys want to play that game is when you first play it, like if you have the ability to play online and do hardcore missions with a bunch of other people, even though you won't do jack shit. Here's why I say it, because once you guys complete the quest, because obviously you play with better players, obviously, and they can do a lot more damage than you. Once you complete that quest, everybody gets experience for doing that quest. Like it was actually you playing the mission by yourself. And if you just do that shit for a while, like if you're level 1, trust me, you will gain level so fucking quick. It's the best fucking thing. Because then once you do that and you actually play through the story, you're like really good. As a good start, because after a while, obviously, the more levels you get, the more experience you need.
Yeah, and then you got to get better moves that have better effects.
And even then, if you do that, the story will still be kind of hard at some points. But that's why you do it right off the bat. So you just level up, get good shit, get good moves. I was thinking of playing that the other day. Actually, it came to mind. I'm like, you know what? That's actually not too bad of a game.
Yeah, Dragon Ball games are either very fun or not really at all.
Yeah.
What was the one I think it's like Budokai 3 that has literally every single character. And it has coolers like thugs by name as playable characters.
Yeah, Budokai Tenkaichi 3.
Yeah, that one. I
always wanted that one for my PlayStation 2, but it's so fucking expensive.
And Tenkaichi 2, it's like the one I have, but better. It's like Infinite.
Yeah, Ultimate World.
I have Infinite World. Yeah, Infinite World is very fun. But
That's not too bad. Yeah.
No, but Tenkaichi 2 is the same but better. And it's harder because now when you have the fusions, you do the failed fusions. You can do Yamcha and Tien fusion, and it's so cool. Goku and fucking Mr. Satan.
It's weird, but it's fun.
Damn,
obviously, where the
fun.
idea from Dragon Ball Fusions came from, Dragon Ball Fusions is a fun game too, because like if you get really good at it and then you just get really fucking strong as your character itself,
get the
you
good
pick
setups.
classes and stuff, and you level up that class and stuff.
Like fight melee or the beams and support.
It's good.
Fun times.
Yeah, each race, saying and making it has specific things that they're good at and things that they're not good at.
I gotta rewatch that Let's Play. I watched it.
Of what? Dragon Ball Fusions?
Yeah.
Oh, you seen Let's Play?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I've seen Let's Plays a lot of games because I can't play everything, so I gotta watch them. Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
The 3DS, I don't use it anymore because obviously of space and stuff that I don't have much on it. But before when I knew I'm not going to be playing this as much anymore, obviously because of the Switch. At the time when I'm like I have to retire, and it's very sad because obviously 2010 was when the 3DS came out, so obviously for a very long time I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And had fun playing DS games, and then getting a 3DS, and then getting the new 3DS XL at some point. I was just very happy.
You can play Earthbound finally.
It's great, but it's just. At one point, you're just like, damn, I can't, I know I'm not going to use that as much anymore. So there was a point where, like, when I do get back on it, I want to play games that I know that I have a very much fun that I played on my 3DS. And so, actually, I think it has battery. Let me tell you guys the games that I have on there. And I have a couple cartridge games, too, that I have, but...
Take a little trip down memory lane.
There's always a point, yeah, exactly. There's always a point where sometimes I do go on this, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get on it, because it is still very fun. So the cartridge games I have, which sucks is at the time, I needed money and I sold some of them that I don't have anymore, very unfortunately, but I can always get different ones back. It's not too big of a deal. So cartridge games. I have Dream Drop Distance from Kingdom Hearts. They're very fucking fun. Pokemon Ultra Sun. Very fun as well. I have Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2.
Good shit. Very fun.
My favorite Kingdom Hearts.
It's very, very good.
I have the remake of Dragon Quest 7, Fragments of the Forgotten Past. This is actually a really fun Dragon Quest game. I have not beaten it. I am at the end because I think I might have fucked up at one thing that I was reading about. Because in here you have to collect stone tablets to build places in the time and back in the past or in the future that you can go into to fix things where you are now. It's a very fun game, but I think I might have fucked up at one point because there was a piece that I'm missing. It's one piece for this last fucking pedestal that I need to complete. But I think from an article that I read about a guide about it, there was something I had to do at a certain point back then. And when I go back to that point, I don't think I can do it anymore.
Well,
No, which sucks because when this game came out and I heard about it, I was just like, the new Dragon Quest. I gotta get it.
that'll be a good
I
excuse
love
for you to
Dragon
restart
Quest.
it.
Maybe.
How long is it? 'Cause
It is very fun.
Yeah, I'm always intimidated by playing Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy games because
It's
like
so
I don't want, I can't spend 100 hours on this shit. I know.
I think I should. I might do that today now since we're talking about it.
Yeah, fuck it. I think about that a
Pokemon.
lot. Replaying old games just to get the nostalgia and feel good for me. You know, like when
It's
I was a
good.
kid and just
And,
remember those times.
especially on the 3DS, the newer one, it looks pretty good, the game. So
Yeah,
I have Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Darkness.
nice.
The remake of Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. My favorite Legend of Zelda game.
Good shit.
I had Dragon Quest 9. Very
Oh.
fun. Nobody really likes it that much, but I have it because I like it. I have Pokemon Black 2.
Nice.
You still have my copy of White, I
Yeah,
think.
I never beat Black 2. I didn't think it was as good.
I love Black 2. Fossil Fighters, if you ever played this
No.
game is really fucking fun. You just you're a kid and you go to an island and you dig for places for find dinosaur parts. And if you find all the 4 parts to the dinosaur, you can revive it and then you use them to battle other people with dinosaurs. It's like Pokemon but with dinosaurs.
Yeah, it sounds
It's
interesting.
pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's actually the story. Surprisingly, the story and the characters in here are actually really cool and in depth about a lot of things I didn't understand as a kid. But as I got older and played it, this is actually really fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of good there's a lot of good hidden gems on the
There's
DS
a
and
point
shit.
in this game exactly where you get trapped in a basement in this pyramid thing, and the only way to get out, you get this really fucking hard code, legit code that you have to break yourself
Oh,
in order to find the spot in the room that has the weak point that you can dig out of. You could do that obviously, or dig around everywhere, but that
until you find it.
Yeah, you could do that obviously, which is something I didn't realize at the point when I was a kid. So I remember vividly one of the fondest memories I have of my older brother. He's not dead, but he was just I'm like, can you help me break this code? Because I didn't understand it. He was just because he's he's a very intellectual man. I'm telling you, very, very smart guy. Leagues probably beyond me and you. Well, you're a pretty smart guy. But either point, he's very in-depth and knowledgeable about things. And so I asked him, can you help me break this code? And he was just a little annoyed. But, that's just how it is. Oldest brothers and little brothers are just fuck off, But he's just all right, I'll help you. And he actually helped me out. And I watched him do it and learned a little bit about how to, break things like that. And then once he saw that, he's like, all right, so it says the point of break or something like that is located in the top left corner between 2 bones. Because in there's rock bones that you can break for coins and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them you can break, some of them you can't. And so I was looking around when I found the spot, I dug, and then there was. And I got out of the room and was just I was just man, he's so smart. I wish I was that smart.
Give him a big ol' hug. He was
No,
like, get the fuck
I
off of
didn't.
me.
We weren't like that. And then, my first Pokemon game ever, Pokemon Pearl. Good fucking shit. And then, those are the cartridges.
Whoa.
Oh, my
That's
God, my
fine.
case.
And they're all destroyed now.
Yep, they're all destroyed. And, every time I go back, I'm just man, I remember the best fucking days I was playing.
Oh yeah, you didn't have a care
Big
in the
screen.
world. You
I know.
just come home from school, homework's done, just
Look
play
at
some
that.
Pokemon.
C-stick,
Oh
button
yeah.
layout. That's great. And it still feels good to hold it in my
Movement
hands,
pad.
too.
Yeah.
It feels like I honestly never put it down when I pick it up on my phone.
Damn.
My favorite background.
What is it? Is it Daisy? Oh yeah,
It's
Slowpoke.
Slowpoke. And then every time you move,
Yeah.
I fucking love it. So the games that I have on here, Pokemon Bank, but that's just for storing
Oh, yeah.
Pokemon, so to transfer between games for the DS and stuff.
Hmm.
And then I have my favorite Mario game, Super Mario World for the SNES.
Nice.
Because you could buy the simulcast
Yeah.
and stuff on here too.
Yeah.
Ever Oasis, this is a really
What?
fucking fun game. This is
Ooh.
a game where you play a little character and you build up your village from the ground up and you explore other areas. It's like an RPG too. You can fight and level up your shit.
Nice.
It's very fun. I actually really enjoy this game. I actually replayed it the other day. I was like, oh, I gotta play Ever Oasis again. I actually got a nerve to play it. I'm like, I gotta play it.
Ew. Those are always good feelings. There it is.
I fucking love that game. Great
So
game.
fun.
So fun. And then
Oh,
my
yeah.
introduction
Binding
to
of
Binding of
Isaac.
Isaac.
It's good shit.
Binding of Isaac is very good fun. Super Punch Out.
Ooh,
Super
gotta get that
Punch
punch out.
Super Street Fighter 2, the new challengers. The best
Nice.
fucking Street Fighter game ever. We fucking love it. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past.
Ooh,
Very
the
fun.
Past is pretty great.
It's fucking great. Kirby's Pinball Land for the
Alright.
Game Boy. I actually really like it. It's a fun little game to play.
Yeah.
Then Pokemon Crystal.
Ooh, yeah.
Great game.
Crystal's great.
And then I have this Undead Nightmare Storm. You like kill
Ooh.
zombies and like buy other guns and upgrade it. I thought it was pretty
Nice.
interesting. I have Pokemon Shuffle. You know, like
the app game.
yeah, it was very fun. Obviously.
Did you play much of it?
Oh, I played the shit out of it.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Pokemon Rumble World. These games are
Oh,
very
yeah.
fucking fun, and I still play them from time to time, like I said. And then I have Mario Party, the top 100
Oh,
from
yeah.
the first from 10 Mario games, like the main series, like 1, 2, and 3 and stuff.
Yeah.
They grabbed 10 games from each one and put it into this one. This is why it's called the top 100.
Yep, but it's not Mario Party. It's just mini games.
No, you can play a Mario Party board.
yeah?
It's just very small. You
Oh,
can do it
okay.
and play mini games like collect stars. It's just very
Okay.
it's just very small the map, but you can do it.
Oh, right.
Mighty Gunvolt Burst.
What the
It's like
fuck?
Mega Man's in here. I think it's like an off-brand of like the Mega Man
Alright.
stuff. It's a side scroller. I'm not too into side scrollers, but I saw this. I was like, yeah, I'll give it a try. And actually, really liked it. And then Pokemon Yellow.
Hey, you got one of those classics in there.
For all of you guys out there who are curious about the games and stuff that I have on here, that is my 3DS. And now talking about it, I'm going to charge it so I can play it later.
Oh God.
What
Hells
the fuck
yeah.
was? The fuck was that?
I don't know.
Where's your pen?
Something dropped. What?
Your
Oh.
pen.
Oh no. Oh yeah, right here. It was. Haha. Oh well.
And then in my cabinet, I have my Game Boy Advance as well
Oh, fancy lad.
with Pokemon Emerald in it.
Oh shit.
And then for you guys who are, Pokemon Leaf Green, curious, I do have Game Boy games as well that I do play from time to time.
You still got that? Oh, you got a nice little like clay little
They're
pot.
not in that
Oh,
one.
it's not in there. I lied.
They're in my metal pineapple.
Oh
The
shit.
pineapple I used to put my weed in. I have three games. 3 very fun games. Egg Mania, if you ever played that one.
Ooh.
It's like Tetris, and you're like egg guys, and you fight and you hit each other with bombs and shit. It's pretty fun. I loved that game as a kid. So I still have it. Thankfully, I never got rid of it.
Hell yeah.
Final Fantasy V.
Okay.
I have
Nice.
the original, so it's pretty good. And then I have Yu-Gi-Oh! World Tournament. A
Like
very
the
fun
the
game.
Japanese one.
Yeah, but you can change the language in it.
That start in Japanese.
Yeah,
And you
and
had
I
to
was
figure
very
out how to
lucky.
get.
Yeah, I figured out where I just guessed, and then I was lucky. I was like, okay, that's where it is. Thank God.
Hell yeah.
No,
Figuring it out.
like I said, very, very fond memories of this. Just too many good memories to get rid of.
Yeah. Having old consoles or having consoles when you were younger is great. It's just a great point of nostalgia. So it lets them remember some good times, have some good experiences to help build a foundation of your life and creativity. And you get a lot of cool ideas and shit from them, and be able to do shit like this and talk to people about them, and then share stories and shit. And then spread them to other people like STDs.
Yeah. So now you guys know about some of the old vintage, because I have a bunch of other like old stuff and vintage games in here, but I don't. That's for a different podcast that we could talk about all the video game stuff that we have.
Yeah, I'm getting a phone call,
Oh,
so we could probably close it out, I guess.
yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta do music recommendations, but I'll keep everyone busy for now. Hi guys, how's your day going? I hope you're all doing well. Nothing too bad going on for you. Lately, I'll be honest, I've been feeling a little down and in my head about a lot of things, but you just gotta remember to keep picking yourself back up with what you're doing, and keep being inspired by the things that you love doing, and keep pursuing them, no matter how hard things get. Because some days, it does get to me a little bit, but I know it gets to probably a lot of you too. But that's just part of life. Something you just got to deal with, and then just keep going on and keep good emotions, keep your head straight, and just be a good person. Always try to be a good person. Always try to be good. Try. I'm an asshole sometimes, like I said. I'm getting a little lost in my thought, but that's just because of my ADHD. I'm trying here. Feels very empty just talking to myself, but it's okay. Nick's getting that phone call, so it should be relatively over soon. So when he comes back, we're probably gonna wrap it up because this podcast has been going on for a good minute. So, man, I can't wait to have breakfast after this. I'm fucking hungry. I've been eating it today. I'm gonna eat, relax a little bit, and then head over to the gym. Nick's back.
Are you going to do that, Caesar?
I am.
Are you going to the gym?
I am gonna go to the
I don't
gym.
believe you.
So let's do some
You're
music.
phony.
Fuck you. Let's do some music recommendations to end off today, Nick.
Yeah.
What do you got? You got anything?
I will in a moment.
in a moment.
Yeah.
I had something in my head that I want to talk about for music. I'm like, what the fuck did I... There's this thing that I want to recommend that I was listening to. I'm like, I can't fucking remember what it was.
Oh, I remember one of them. One was Soundgarden. You just like
oh yeah,
some
Soundgarden.
classic rock, you know. You listen to Soundgarden. Soundgarden's always fucking great, you know.
It's an old band. It's
Yeah.
a great band. I fucking love Soundgarden.
Also, the soundtrack of the Book of Mormon. You know, Book of Mormon has some real good bangers on it. A lot of.
I never listened to it that much.
If you like the comedy stylings of Trey Parker and Matt Stone, and
Matt Stone.
yeah, exactly, like their delivery and want to hear some maybe music they made, maybe even convince you to watch the play itself through various forms.
I hear it's a very good play.
It is very good. I watched it online.
When I was in New York back in 2019, me and my buddy who were going to share a room, he was like, dude, we talked about it because I brought it up. He's like, dude, we got to go see it. At the time in New York, there was a show for it. At the time that we were there, we were just like, we got to get tickets. Tickets are so fucking expensive. We're just like, ugh.
Yeah.
We're just like, damn, maybe another time.
Gotta spend that money at the strip club.
I did. I spent a lot of money at the strip club, which I regret doing. Was it worth it? Yeah.
But was it though?
For doing it, for having the experience and trying it, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I guess,
great.
yeah.
Had a nice fucking hot Latina bitch, you know, on top of me, big titties, nice ass, and I was just sucking her nipples the whole time and slapping her ass. It was great. Dude, that shit was crazy. I never talked about it in here, but like she was just grinding up on me. She was like moving her panties to the side, showing me her pussy, and she was just
Damn.
already fucking wet. I was just like, damn, this bitch horny. And if I had a little more confidence in myself at the time, and if I had a condom, I definitely would have fucked her.
Nah, I don't know. Then she would have charged you for that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd have been. Ugh.
It was good though.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Hey, I mean, you do something once,
Yeah.
just experience. I'm never gonna do it again.
Yeah, I don't think I would.
Go to a strip club?
Yeah, nah.
It's an interesting experience. You walk in there right away, and all you see titties fucking everywhere.
Yep.
It was great.
Then you go right to the buffet, get some nice wings and
There's
salad.
no buffet there.
There are at some places.
I bet that's fucking disgusting. Who the fuck would eat at a strip club? That's the
Yeah,
worst.
apparently
fucking-
it's good. Apparently it's really good.
Maybe the buffalo wings, but I don't know about everything else.
It's their special sauce.
Oh yeah. Music. What the hell am I gonna recommend? Lately, I haven't been listening to anything new. I've just been listening to all of my favorite albums. And so, yeah, why don't I go over my favorite albums? I'm gonna go over them.
Yeah.
I'll just talk about them.
Couple.
So these are all my favorite albums. Just a couple. Oasis, What's the Story, Morning Glory. I have EPs on here. The first EP from I don't know how, but they found me. If you guys ever hear IDK How, really great band. Their album that came out like maybe almost 2 years ago, fucking banger.
Good shit.
Goo Goo Dolls, A Boy Named Goo, which is crazy because Goo Goo Dolls were around in the 80s. If you ever knew about that,
Yeah.
Goo Goo Dolls is an old band.
It's a stand.
Huh?
It's a stand.
It is a stand.
I
Yes.
forget where. What part of it? I know
Part
it's a stand.
6. I
Is
think.
it? I have no
I
idea.
believe so. It's a great band. It's an oldie band. If you guys didn't think about Goo Goo Dolls, they're fucking from the 80s. It's insane. I got A Day at the Races from Queen, A Farewell to the Kings from Rush, A Fever You Can't Sweat Out from Panic at the Disco,
Nice.
A Momentary Lapse of Reason from Pink Floyd,
Nice.
A Moon-Shaped Pool from Radiohead,
Nice.
A Night at the Opera, Queen,
Ooh.
A Rush of Blood to the Head, Coldplay, Abbey Road,
Nice.
The Beatles, America's Most Wanted from Ice Cube,
Ooh.
Amoroso from Joe Gilberto, Amputexture from the Mars Volta, and then there were 3 from Genesis,
Ooh.
Angles, The Strokes, Antipop from Primus,
Antipasto.
Adam Hart Mother from Pink Floyd, Battle Studies from John Mayer,
Battlestar Galactica.
Be Here Now, Oasis, Brighter Later, Nick Drake,
You hear me now.
Call Me If You Get Lost, Tyler the Creator, Chet, the Nep News Collection, Chet Baker in Tokyo, the complete concert,
Chet
Chet
Baker,
Baker
in
sings, Chet Baker,
Chet Baker in Boston. Chet Baker in Moscow.
Chunky Shrapnel, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizards,
Ooh.
Continuum, John Mayer.
Just going through the alphabetical order.
Yeah, well, that's how it's arranged on my phone. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Dark Souls, from Motoi Sakuraba.
Ooh.
Definitely, maybe, the first album from Oasis. Dizzy Up the Girl, Goo Goo Dolls, Jesse's Volume 2 and 3 from Jacob Collier. Fucking love those albums. Dookie from Green Day, Echo, Silence, Patience, and Grace.
Are you gonna
from
read
Foo
all of
Fighters.
them?
I am.
Oh God.
I am. Dude, I'll tell you, guys, when I tell you, I fucking love music, I fucking love music. First Impressions of Earth from The Strokes. Fishing for Fishes, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. That way you guys can check out shit too. You gotta listen to all this stuff. It's
We'll
good.
put links to every single one of the comments.
5 Leaves Left,
No, we
Nick
won't do
Drake.
that.
No, I'm not going to do that. Flower Boy from Tyler the Creator. Fly By Night, Rush. Frizzle Fry. I'll go a little faster. Primus. Ghost Stories, Coldplay. Glint, Soften the Glare. Good Morning, It's Now Tomorrow from Matt Maltis. Grace from Jeff Buckley. Hail to the Thief, Radiohead. Heavier Things, John Mayer. Imagine, The Ultimate Collection. John Lennon. In Rainbows, Radiohead. In Your Honor, Foo Fighters. Inside Wants Out, John Mayer's first EP. Is This It, The Strokes. Jazz from Queen. Kintsugi from Death Cab for Cutie. Lemon Boy, Cave Town. Let It Be, the super deluxe edition from the Beatles. Make Believe, Weezer. Making Faces from Soften the Glare. Metal from Pink Floyd. Food from MF Doom. Moving Pictures, Rush. The MTV Unplugged in New York of Nirvana. Murder of the Universe, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, my favorite King Gizzard album. Music of the Spheres, Coldplay. And yes, I have my EP and album downloaded on here too, but I'm just skipping over those. I'm not talking about those.
You gotta.
Narrow Stairs, Death Cab for Cutie. No, because I'm going to sound like an asshole. I fucking love my shit. No, I just listened to it back to see what I can
love
do
it.
better.
It's great. Listen to all of it.
Narrow Stairs, Death Cab for Cutie. Nevermind from Nirvana. News of the World, I'm almost there, Nick. Queen. OK Human from Weezer. Operation Doomsday, the complete album from MF Doom. Pablo Honey, Radiohead. Pacific Daydream, Weezer. Parachutes, Coldplay. Pink Moon, Nick Drake. Pinkerton, Weezer. Plans, Death Cab from Cutie. Pony, Rex Orange County. Pretty Odd, Panic at the Disco. Razzmatazz, I don't know how, but they found me. Retrospective 1, 1974 to 1980 of Rush. And then Retrospective 2, 1981 to 1987 of Rush. Room for Squares, John Mayer. Room on Fire, The Strokes. Roy Pablo from Boy Pablo, his EP. Rubber Soul, The Beatles. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, The Beatles. Sheer Heart Attack, Queen. Sob Rock, John Mayer. Soy Pablo from Boy Pablo, another EP of his. Straight Outta Compton, NWA, Super What? Album from Sarface and MF Doom. Teens of Denial, Car Seat Headrest, Thank You for Today, Death Cab for Cutie. The Beatles, which is also known as the White Album. The Bends, Radiohead. The Bravery, The College Dropout, Kanye West. The Color and the Shape, Foo Fighters. The Dark Side of the Moon, Pink Floyd. The Game, from Queen. The Life of Pablo, Kanye West. The New Abnormal, The Strokes. The Search for Everything, John Mayer. The Slim Shady LP, Eminem. The Sun and the Moon, the complete edition. The Wall, from Pink Floyd. The Works, Queen. There Is Nothing Left to Lose, Foo Fighters. Three Friends, from Gentle Giant. Tyranny, from The Voids. Von Weezer, from Weezer. Virtue, from The Voids. Weezer, Black Album. Weezer, Blue Album. And Weezer, Green Album. Those are my favorite albums.
Lots of colors. Green, blue, white. There's a black album by some band, I forget. It's like a metal band, I think.
So yes, guys, I know that was long, but like I said, I fucking love music.
Music's great.
I have a lot of music to listen to.
Music is the best. As quoted by the girl from the bus in Frank Zappa's album, Joe's Garage, in the song, I forget what the song's called. It's one of the last songs on the album. But yeah, music is the best.
You know what else is the best? If you guys check out these other videos that are coming up at the end, like and subscribe to Big C's, because that's where this podcast goes. So, yeah, we're going to wrap it up here, guys. Hope you have a good day, a great week. Hopefully you keep going. This probably won't be out for another couple of weeks, but enjoy it.
You know
when
what
it
else is
comes
the
out.
best?
What? Anal?
Your mama?
Yeah!